Kembo na tatanzambi ya manzulu, kinfumu kiakuyisa. All praises to the Most High. Greetings to the Benabeto Bena Congo. Greetings, Yusolele. I pray that you are all good, and the Spirit of the Most High is, of course, always with you. Once again, the everlasting conflicts continues in the Middle East. Will there ever be any peace? Israel has the right to defend itself. That's what we hear from all Western media. So Israel has the right to defend itself, and what they are doing is fighting against Hamas, fighting against the terrorist organization to completely eradicate them. But in all what's going on, I wonder and I ask myself, is it really just the purpose and the goal of Israel to eradicate Hamas, or is there another sinister plan, hidden agenda? If you don't stand with Israel, you are a terrorist. If you don't stand with Israel, you are anti-Semitic, right? So you are not allowed to criticize Israel. You are not allowed to disagree with Israel. The moment you do so, you will be labeled an anti-Semitic person, a Jew hater. Now, people, to me, if you want to know who the true bully is in the world, okay, just search for a people group or government who does not allow criticism, and you will have your bully right there. Okay, so I'm not anti-Semitic. Okay, I cannot be anti-Semitic. I am also not a terrorist, because the Western media pertains the idea that if you are not for Israel, if you do not condemn what the Palestinian, let's say Hamas, has been doing, let's say the fight for the Palestinian for liberation, if you do not condemn it, you are a terrorist and you are a supporter of terrorists. If you do not agree with the government of Israel, you are a anti-Semitic person. You are anti-Semitic. So you are very dangerous. You need to be removed. This is dangerous, people. Very, very dangerous. See? So what the Zionist movement is doing is building, okay, a power for themselves that they will not allow any other organization or individuals to say to criticize them. Okay, very, very dangerous. So when you criticize them, you can lose your job, you can lose your life, etc. Now, to me, that's also terrorism. That's terrorism. Now, if you have someone with power who you are not allowed to criticize, not even to ask questions, that's terrorism. That's also terrorism. Okay? So, is the Israeli-Palestinian war dividing the world? I think it is. I think that this conflict, this everlasting conflict that continues and will continue until Israel has managed to eradicate completely the Palestinians, okay? To remove the Palestinian from Gaza and eventually also from the West Bank. That's what they want. That's what the government of Netanyahu wants to do. They want to remove themselves because he has said that they want to feel safe from terrorist threat which is coming from Gaza. Okay, so they have been bombing the Gaza non-stop, and now they are preparing for a ground invasion. All right, so this war will continue. Like I said last year, beginning this year, this is an everlasting conflict. There will be no peace. No peace. All right. Now, I, when was it? 2 years ago? 1 year ago? Last year, yes, we talked about this Jewish Messiah. Okay. The whole Israel, the radical um, Orthodox Jews, they were so excited. Even Netanyahu himself was excited. They were so excited because they found a candidate for the Messiah whose name was Rav Shlomo Yehuda ben David, who's also called the Yanuka. Okay, so there were talks about we have found the Messiah. He is here. He is about to be revealed. That was last year. Okay. Beginning this year, of course, that conversation continued. 2022, now we are in 2023, and all of a sudden, boom, once again, war between Palestine or Israel against Palestine. The way that this conflict happened, it's very strange because we are told that Hamas terrorists destroyed the fences, right? The Israeli fence, which was, hindering the Palestinians to come into Israel and the other way around. They destroyed the warriors, the terrorists went into Israel, and for 6 hours straight, they were able to kill innocent people, innocent civilians, to take some of them hostage for 6 hours. IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, wasn't there for 6 hours. And we have to know that Israel has the most tight security. Okay? Their security is on point. Their intelligence is on point. But for 6 hours, the terrorists, Hamas, entered Israel, killed innocent people, yes, and took hostages with them. No, there's something there. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, there were talks about the Jewish Messiah. Okay, that this Jewish Messiah will be revealed very soon. And one of the responsibilities of prophetic, how can I call it? One of the prophetic things that this Jewish Messiah will do is liberate Israel, right? Talking about the state of Israel, to liberate the state of Israel from all their enemies. Okay, so there will be a war that the world, let's say the Arabic nations, will come against the state of Israel according to the prophecies and what they believe. And in the middle of that chaos of war, this Jewish Messiah will appear. Yes? And deliver them from all their enemies and bring peace. But let's take note that The Jewish people are waiting for the Messiah, who they call Ben David. Christians are also waiting a Messiah, which is actually, Jesus, who was a Yahudi. Okay, the Christians are also waiting a Messiah. And according to the Islamic faith, there's also a Messiah who's called the Mahdi. Yes, the 12th Imam or 13th Imam or something. The Mahdi. Now, according to the Islamic eschatology, the Mahdi, when he appears, he will also fight the enemies of Islam. And the greatest enemy of Islam is who? America and Israel, according to what they believe. Okay? So that's not just a political warfare, but there are also spirits behind this war. Beliefs, theologies, belief systems behind this conflict. It's not just a carnal conflict between two people, but there are spiritual powers also at play here. Yes. So, mbote everyone. I am Nabi Kefas. If you have joined in, make your presence known in the chat. Let me know you're watching. If you want to take part in this conversation, let me know so I can drop the link. Ingeta. All right. Now, before we continue, let us listen for a moment to the prophetic words of Benny Hinn. Yes. Let us listen to Benny Hinn, what he said beginning this year or a few months ago. I don't even remember. But beginning this year, a few months ago, this video clip is still available. You can watch it, of course, on his YouTube page. Just type in Benny Hinn and you will see it. So, as a disclaimer, I do not own this video clip. I will just show it and play it for commentary purpose.
And then the report just came out today that 7 more nations are going to make peace with Israel after Saudi Arabia makes peace. This is like stunning news. It also fulfills, by the way, what it says in Ezekiel 38, because the invasion will come. Remember that Gog and Magog war is on the horizon down the road. But it says that Israel will be attacked at a time when they are living in peace. That day is coming. That day is coming because this will cause it to happen. And I'm here to tell you, peace will come between the Palestinians and the Israelis. How? Only God knows. But it's going to have to happen for a short time, even if not, maybe a little longer. Because even the Palestinians deserve to be blessed, okay?
Okay, so it's the prophecy of Benny Hinn. Okay, he said, peace will happen between the Palestinians and Israel. Now, let me tell you something. Benny Hinn has prophesied a lot of stuff, and many of them, never happened. Never happened. Okay? But he continued to prophesy. He continued to speak. But anyway, Benny Hinn, still good friends. No problem. But I'm just pointing it out. People prophesy a lot of things, and they don't happen. That's one of the reasons I'm very careful with pronouncing certain prophecies, or just, because I believe that many people don't hear from God. They just say what they believe and feel. That has nothing to do with thus says the Lord, or, I have received this from the Most High. But many people do. They say, I received this from the Most High. So it's not necessarily that he's prophesying, but in his prophetic insight, he is saying that there will be peace between Israel and the Palestinian. Something I don't see happening. All right. Now, look at this. Um, when Israel became a state, right, recognized by Britain, America, and the EU, European nation, um, initially there was an agreement with the Palestinian people that they will live together. But soon, very, very quick, the Jewish people and the Palestinians entered into a conflict with each other. Okay. And so this was Palestine in 14, you see this, 1446. It was all Palestine. 1446. Also, the Jewish people cannot have a claim on Palestine. Why not? Because they're genetically, okay, these people genetically were never connected with the land of Palestine. As we know, they come from the Caucasus Mountain, from the Khazaria. Okay, then in 1947, Palestine was divided. Okay, according to the AU plan, divided, and we got the Gaza Strip, which was larger than what we have today, and of course the West Bank. Okay, and now everything white is Israel, everything green is Palestine. Now, between 1949 and 1967, that's also the period of the 6 Day War, I think, the Yom Kippur War. Israel got bigger. Yes, Palestine, the Gaza Strip got smaller. Okay? And then the West Bank also got way smaller. Now, from 2008, you see that the Palestinian territory has been shrinking and slowly eradicated or removed. Yes, removed. Israel has been putting settlers all over the West Bank, pushing the Palestinians out of their houses, stealing their houses, right? Claiming their houses. You have seen videos of it on YouTube, all right? So I don't see any peace happening. What I do see is the complete eradication of the Palestinian. They will be removed from Palestine, and it will be called the complete state or the land of the Jewish people. The Israeli defense, Netanyahu and many other Jewish people in the government and spokesmen have clearly said in several occasions that Israel is only for the Jews. Okay. Do you remember, like a few years ago, that the head rabbi, yes, of the Jewish, of the Sanhedrin, the head rabbi said that we Africans, we are monkeys, and that a Jew must not have babies with black people, a Negro, a Cushi, because we monkeys. So they have been calling us animals. They have been calling the Palestinian animals. And if you disagree with them, you must be an anti-Semitic person. You are a Jew hater. My response to that, Kadi Ampemba, you. There will be no land left for the Palestinian. There will be nothing left. Because as I see it, is that Netanyahu and his government, what they want to do is push the complete population of Gaza into the south and get rid of them so that they can live terrorist free. Okay. So, Benny Hinn, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't see that happening. Okay. Now, I also don't own this video clip. I would just play it for commentary purposes. All right.
Jews were machine gunned in killing pigs. Hamas butchered, Hamas beheaded, Hamas burned babies alive.
Okay, let me stop there for a moment. You know, let me see, where is it? Here. No, I have this book. It's called Facts Are Facts. And in this book is written by, who is it? Let me see. Benjamin Friedman. Okay, it's written by Benjamin Friedman, entitled Facts Are Facts. Okay, Facts Are Facts. And he said that one of the propaganda that the Jewish leaders released against Germany was telling the using the media to tell a story that the German people were slaughtering babies and cutting off their hands and things like that. Okay, unbelievable. I think every information that we're getting should be taken with a grain of salt, because there's a lot of propaganda going on. Till today, there have been no actual proof that Hamas has been, beheading babies. That's my goodness. And look, when you observe the body language of Macron, who's standing on the left, I don't feel that he's in agreement. I don't discern, I don't see him completely be in agreement with Netanyahu. But what I can say is that the Israeli government is powerful because they have the backing of America. Take that away, and the whole world will show that they are against what the Israeli people are doing. You understand?
Hamas raped, Hamas kidnapped hostages, over 200, babies, children, elderly, Holocaust survivors.
Now, killing innocent people, taking innocent life is not good. Okay, it's never good. We can never, talk positive about that, because no nation can be built on the blood of innocent. Okay, no nation can be built on the blood of innocent people. There is a metaphysical law, a spiritual law, that when you kill an innocent person, that blood will always cry against you for justice. Okay, we also see this in the Bible, because the Bible tells us that when Cain murdered his innocent brother Abel, what happened? His blood was crying from the ground. Okay, so innocent blood has a voice, and no nation that is built on the blood of the innocent can truly prosper. One day, you will have to pay the price for it. One day, you will pay the price. It's a spiritual law. That's why we bound to we value our life. Okay, so we don't just go around killing, slaughtering innocent people.
We are in a war between barbarism and civilization.
But when you call black people monkeys, okay, when you call the Palestinians beasts, is that not barbarism? Hmm? When you dehumanize others, is that not barbarism?
Chancellor Schultz, who visited Israel, said that Hamas are the new Nazis. And as in the Second World War, when the Allies fully supported the French anti-Nazi.
Who involved America in the war? Yes. When Europe had a conflict, I think in the 1917 or something, with Germany, Britain was fighting against Germany and their coalitions. They had a conflict. It was the Jewish leaders who went to Britain and to the war cabinet of Britain. Yes. And they said, if you join this war, they went to the Britain war cabinet and they said, we can help you to win this war. We can bring America in it. We can involve America in this war and you will win. But there's always a but you must promise to give us Palestine. Understand? So since 1948, when the British government, backed with America and some European countries, when they recognized the Israeli state on Palestinian land, that was the start of this everlasting conflict.
Today, the international community is uniting in support of Israel.
The international community is not behind what Israel is doing, slaughtering innocent people. No, that's not true. America supports Israel, as no other. Yeah, and then we have some European nations, but there are also many European nations who do not support war crimes. Okay? But they don't have the power to really speak against it. So Israel is the only state in the world that can commit endless war crime without ever being punished. Why? Because they have the backing of the United States of America. And that is one of the reasons why the Islamic people call the United States of America the greater devil and Israel the lesser devil. So great and small, the brothers, the big devil, the small devil. That is one of the reasons. I don't, as you hear me speak like this, it's not like, I am 100% pro-Palestina, yes, I am 100% support Palestine. No, because, the Arabic nations, they have also treated us very, very, very bad. You understand? They also call us niggers and cursed by God, things like that. Till today, they are enslaving us in North Africa. All right? But I believe that as righteous people, we have to speak up when we see evil. You understand? That's it, because this thing is every day in my face. If I open my news app, Israel this, Palestine that, every day. You know, people are talking about it. My wife told me not to watch my news anymore, because every day they're talking about this conflict. See? And I see what's happening. I see the crimes. No, I've seen what Hamas has done. Yes. I do not stand for it. You know, it was wrong. But I don't believe that they beheaded people, because the same beheaded babies, sorry, because the same lie and propaganda was used against the Germans by the Jewish people. The same lie. If you read this book, you understand it. It's called Facts of Facts from Benjamin Friedman. Okay, it's on Amazon. You can just order it. You will understand. The same propaganda was used back then, what they are using now. It's incredible. And but anyway,
For Hamas, barbarism not only threatens the Jews, it threatens the Middle East, it threatens the region, it threatens Europe, it threatens the world. Hamas is the test case of civilization against barbarism. And Mr. President, you and the French people have known the horror of terrorism. You experienced it in Nice and Lyon, in Paris. You refuse to tolerate this threat. And the people of Israel refuse to have ISIS in a terror enclave on its border. I have to explain.
you know, I'm sure that this video will later on be removed by YouTube. So
This is not an enclave of ISIS thousands of kilometers away from Europe. It's ISIS in the suburbs of Paris. It's ISIS you can drive 20 minutes.
you see what he's doing now. He wants to involve the European leaders to stand behind them in solidarity. Yes, he's bringing this notion that if we don't destroy Hamas, if we don't eradicate the Palestinian people, that's the true story here. Paris, you're next. You know, Amsterdam, you next. Berlin, you next. Yeah. Brussels, you're next. America, United States, you're next. Because we need to eradicate, destroy Palestinian. Okay? They are hiding behind Hamas, but they truly want to destroy, remove all Palestinians from Gaza, and then they will turn to the Palestinians on the West Bank. That's the evil plan of Netanyahu and his government. Okay? Because this doesn't make any sense, what he's saying. It doesn't make any sense, man.
You reach the suburbs
This
of Paris
guy,
and you have ISIS there.
Hazak
We cannot live like
Kadiyampem.
that. Nobody could live like that. So we are doing everything we need to do to destroy Hamas in Gaza. We will dismantle its terror machine. We will dismantle its political structure. We will make every effort to release our hostages, and we'll make every effort.
Okay, he's saying they will make any effort to release their hostages. Okay, so they know, starting this video, he said that they had, if I remember correctly, 200 hostages in Gaza, right? Now, if you have 200 hostages in Gaza and you want to do everything you can to, to retrieve your hostages, wouldn't a better strategy to me, I'm not a military man, but a better strategy for me is to use my special forces, right, whom they have, to use the special forces with a special operation to enter into Gaza, okay, and to go around. If you see Hamas, do what you have to do, liberate your hostages and bring them back. They have the intelligence and they have the commando special forces to do such an operation. But instead, They are bombing Palestine to the ground. They are leveling it. Okay, Gaza. I should say Gaza. They are leveling Gaza. Do you care for your hostages? I don't know. No. Do you care for them? They are indiscriminated, just leveling, bombing Gaza non-stop. And at this very moment, as we're speaking today, I understood that they are preparing for a ground land invasion, okay, with tanks and soldiers and whatever. Will the Arabic nations respond? Yeah, the only one who responded thus far is Lebanon. And Lebanon got a warning from the Israeli state. A warning, right? But the rest of the Arabic nations are very quiet. I think because of the backing what Israel have, from America and Europe. The majority of European nations are cowards. They don't they don't have the courage to speak against Israel. You know what? Because Israeli money is also ruling Europe. You understand? Let me say, Jewish money, Zionism, is also ruling Europe. You see? So the Arabic nations, they're like, let's see, let's wait a minute. People are protesting, of course. But if any Arabic nation should respond with, let's say aggressively, there will be war. There will be all out war. That's 100. So, yeah, that's it. Okay, in all this, where is the so-called Jewish Messiah? Okay, what we heard about. Oh, I spoke about it. The Jewish Messiah. Rav Shlomo Yehuda ben David. Because one of their beliefs is that Israel is in a huge conflict with his enemies, that the Jewish Messiah will suddenly appear. Boom. Now, to me, I don't know if it's a coincidence or if these people are very strategic and they plan everything. No, I believe the latter. I believe they plan the hell out of everything. Understand? Because last year, beginning this year, there were still talks about the Messiah appearing. There were even rumors about that, the Kadiampemba Netanyahu, that he will reveal the Messiah very soon. And now all of a sudden, terrorists had the ability to enter into Israel for 6 hours straight, killing civilians, women and children, beheading babies, to just for 6 hours straight. And the IDF, Israel Defense Force, was not there. Okay? And that's something that you should believe. How is it possible? Israel's always locked tight on defense. Even if a chicken comes behind the Palestinian land into Israel, if the chicken want to cross that line, the chicken will be shot. And all of a sudden, Hamas just enters. Yes, for 6 hours straight. They just enter, they do what they do, and allegedly beheading children, babies. Yes, I believe, of course, that atrocities were done. You know, Violence beget violence. People oppressed will always react. And if they have no other way, it will be through violence. But anyway, um, where is this so-called Messiah now? Eh? They claim that he has the power to even heal the sick, right? He has the power to heal the sick.
Wij geloven in.
Where is the Jewish Messiah? Where is? Will he appear? Will he be represented, introduced by this government, Netanyahu? Now, everything in this world and every people in this world is put on this earth for a purpose. Okay? You can understand that, right? So every nation, every people is put on this earth to fulfill a certain purpose. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs, let me go there and read it. Proverbs 16. (16:4). The Lord, Yahweh, had made all things for himself. Yes, even the wicked for the day of evil. Okay? The day of evil. Now, what's happening is evil. What's happening is a war. A war is always, evil. People die. It's doomish. People die. Innocent die. It's not something to rejoice. Yeah? The Bible said, don't rejoice the death of your enemies. So it's not something we should enjoy. But no nation can be built on the blood of innocent. One day you will have to pay the price. One day you will have to pay the price. That's it. See? So I am not 100% pro-Palestinian. I'm not pro-Israel, because both of them have done also, both of what they represent, I don't say that the Palestinian people per se have done something against us. Yeah, but the Arabic nations, the Arabic people have enslaved us. In North Africa, they are still enslaving us. And, and the Jewish people, they had also their part in the transatlantic slave trade and the oppression of Negroes. Yes, Bantu and African. Okay. So others will say, let them kill each other. Let them just destroy each other. Now you can say that. But I don't believe that we should take a stand that we don't care about lives. You understand what I'm saying? I don't believe that that's the true heart of Muntu, and that the true heart of Nzambi and Pungutulendo. All right. Let's see. I had something else that I wanted to share. Where is it? Yes. Let me share this. Okay. Now, Israeli rabbi says he is already holding meetings with Messiah. Crazy, eh? It's like, yeah, the Messiah is here. We are holding meetings with the Messiah. It's not a joke, people. It's very serious. Okay. Very, very, very serious. Let's go through it. Okay. A recent interview. Let me see. Is there a date? Okay, September 29. See, almost a year ago. September 29, 2022. So this article is from September 29, 2022. Almost exact a year ago. A recent interview on Israeli radio featured prominent rabbis. Let me enlarge it a little bit. A recent interview on Israeli radio featured prominent rabbis explaining that the Messiah is just about to reveal himself. Rabbi Yaakov Zishold told religious broadcaster Radio 2000 that Rabbi Chaim Kanivsky, who passed away earlier this year, had told him that the Kanivsky was already in direct contact with the Messiah. So as we're talking right now, at this very moment, according to this Rabbi Kanivsky, or Rabbi Schitholz, the Jewish Messiah is amongst the Jewish people right now, this very moment that they are fighting Palestine, fighting that war, trying to, eradicate Hamas. The Jewish Messiah is in their midst? Huh? Okay. And Rabbi Schrishold says to Kanivsky and others of the mystical concealed rabbis had taken him with informing the public of the Messiah's imminent arrival. Rabbi Zisholz began his explosive 3-hour interview with a warning. The process of redemption is about to start happening very quickly and at a fast pace. It is important that people remain calm and steady to act properly and in the right time. There is a potential Messiah in every generation, and they are righteous men who know precisely who it is. Okay, now, at this moment, this Rav Shlomo ben David, also known as the Yanukah, is a candidate to be this Messiah. So getting the word out now that the Messiah is closer than ever is a matter of life and death. Haven't you heard of Gog and Magog? Could it be? Could it be that dit is what Netanyahu and the Orthodox Jews who believe in this Messiah want? The Gog and Magog war? let me just say war, so that they have an excuse just to eliminate everyone who disagrees with Israel. So people will say it's not our war, but this war also affects us. Okay? This war also affects us. So could it be that all of this was planned for by the Israeli government? Yes. Because it's very, very, very coincidental, yeah, that they were having these talks last year, and now all of this is happening. He went on to reiterate a number of signs which prominent rabbis has taken note, and that they firmly believe to be evidence of the coming of Messiah. Rabbi Dov Koch, as everyone knows, is a very righteous man. He's one of the greatest men of our generation. And 10 years ago, when Israel was suffering from a horrible drought, someone asked Rabbi Koch when the Koch, okay, yeah, Koch, when the Sea of Galilee will again be full. He get, he did some prayer, etc., etc. Yeah, but the main point here is that um, the religious group, the rabbis, okay, they have a strong belief that the Messiah was already in their midst. So if that's the case, the Messiah is there right now. If that's the case, I'm not saying that it's so, but if that's the case, the Jewish Messiah is there waiting, to reveal himself to the world. And when he revealed himself, he will defend Israel. And when the enemies of Israel are destroyed, and then he will usher in an era of peace. Yeah, beautiful, eh? Islam never managed to really bring peace in the world, right? Because they were converting the whole world by the sword. Yeah, convert or die. Christianity did the same wicked thing, of course, converting people by the sword and enslavement, yeah, committing all kind of atrocities. And yes, the Jews were also involved in the same wickedness. So the Arabic, let me say, the Abrahamic religions were never positive for the Negro. For Bantu, they always enslaved us, yes, oppressed us, murdered us, and committed all kinds of atrocities. That's the reason I say, even though Israel is wrong, bombing the hell out of Gaza, a lot of innocent people are dying. I think like 3,000 children have died already, something like that. Between 2 and 3,000 children have died. 7,000 total deaths. I'm not pro-Palestinian. I'm definitely not pro what the Israeli state is doing, Netanyahu and his government. But we should also realize that this war, if it have a negative outcome, will also affect us, Bantu, Negroes, wherever we are in the world, okay? Whether you be in Africa, whether you be in the United States of America or in the West, it will affect us too. Because as soon as you say anything, just imagine, this video will be removed. I can be arrested. You can be arrested, speaking, criticizing the state of Israel, the Jewish faith, teaching what we teach. You'll be arrested. You lose your job. You can be stabbed by a fanatic. 62 times. You're dead. So it affects everyone. Now, when the true Messiah comes, the true Messiah, he's not Jewish. He's also not Christian. He's not a Muslim. The true Messiah, who has the right to speak to everyone, okay? To speak to America, to speak to Europe, to speak to Israel, to speak to the Arabic nation, who has the full right to speak and to demand to be heard. And the only one who can truly bring peace in this world is a Mukongo. Is a Mukongo. So the light that will illuminate the darkness in this world will come from the most hated place in the world, the place everyone hates, okay? Central Africa, Congo, Katiopa. Ingeta, I'm done. I don't have very much to say. I think I said everything that I wanted to share. My position, how I see this war. It has been going on for almost 3 weeks now. I don't believe that there will be any peace. And, Esau, we believe that Esau lives in the Ashkenazi, and some European nations. They're actually children of Esau. And of Esau was said that he will live by the sword. Everything that he will gain is by the sword, violence and war. Everything that he will achieve is by the sword, violence and war. Yes, all his riches, even his political status, yes, his so-called superiority, he has gained it by the sword, violence and war. For Ishmael, it's the exact same thing. Okay? Violence and war. Christianity. How did Christianity spread? The exact same thing. Violence and war. Against people who have nothing to do with you. See? So every religion that goes around the world telling people to convert or die is not of the Most High. It's wicked. It's wickedness. That's some Kadiapemba behavior. Has nothing to do with the God of the universe. Nzambe Mpungutulendo. All right? So I'm going to be careful. Matondo for being here. Everyone in the chat. Matondo. Keembo Nzambe Mpungutulendo. If there are people here who want to say something, you are, of course, welcome. Before I go, I give you the opportunity to come in and share your mind, share your thoughts, but keep it clean, keep it clean, respectful. Those are my conditions. Yes, the link is there. Yeah, so if you want to come in, want to share your mind, you want to say something, remain respectful, keep it clean. Let us know what you think of all of this, what's happening in the East. Yes. All right. Is the Israeli Palestinian war dividing the world? What do you think? What do you say? So the world is saying right now, if you don't stand with Israel, you are a terrorist and you support Hamas. If you criticize Israel, then you must be a Jew hater. Yeah? So you are anti Semitic, very dangerous. So we will have to, silence you. That's what they're doing all over the world, especially in the States. Okay. Now, I don't think anyone wants to come in. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Those who have been, who joined me in this live broadcast. May Tatanzambe bless you. May Tatanzambe keep you. May his face shine upon you. May he be gracious unto you and give you his peace, his salama. Ingeta, I'm Nabi Kefas. May Congo reign. See you next time. Kimbo.